All right, so now we're going to do full-on T-tap twist with the roll down, which is not at all the way it looks on pretty much any of the DVDs. So the whole key to this, and really to so many of these turn moves, is what, again, I just like to kind of get the idea because it really helps, that your feet, when you're doing a turn move in T-tap, you want the feet pretty close together. I would rather have you err on the side of closer than further apart. So let's just say on these, feet 4 fingers apart. Actually, I guess I can bring mine in pretty close. Good, and straight on the outside. So we get into our position again, just so we can kind of connect. Bending the knees, tailbone, right, ribs up. You can shift into the heels, toes will lift. And then in this position, check in with your ankles and think ankle activate. So you are going to be up like middle last 2 toes on this one, but you still want to feel that rotation here, okay? Thumbs up, are you guys there? Everybody looks good, 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 good. Okay, now I'm going to just go to the side. You guys stay there. So the whole key to all of these are, as much as you can, the hips stay forward and you bring those shoulders straight. So what I mean by straight is here. Now, yes, my hip is going to turn a little bit, but I'm still thinking hip forward. See, I got even more. Shoulders here. Now, in order to do anything with that and roll down, you have to do the weight shift. The weight shift is huge. I'm going to show you what that looks like from the front. So I'm going to turn. Here's my weight shift into my back leg. See, now if I start to roll down, this is what I'm going to look like. Okay, so I just want you to see that. That's why it's so important to do the weight shift. So instead I come up, I'm going to come over, I'm going to think shoulders straight, and now I'm going to shift my weight. Now right there, I'm feeling a stretch, right? You probably are too. Yeah, Kath, exactly. And I'm going to shift into my heels here, lifting toes, and I'm going to think like ankle activate. I'll just use those terms. Okay, so if you start to roll down, if your weight shifts back, that's what's going to happen. And that's why I constantly say, watch the weight. It's going to be in that inside leg. All right, now come all the way up and come back to the center, because that's a lot for your back. You're going to feel it in here. So also understanding that for most of us, we are not rolling down far, okay? We are not Teresa. We don't have this much space. And also, she, for whatever reason, you know, this was 20 years ago, 25 years ago when she filmed this, she not only went all the way down, but she pulled the arms out and then came up. So everybody, we all do what we see. Everybody does that. And it's not really what we're supposed to be doing. So I'm just kind of letting you know that. All right, so I'm going to turn to the side again so you can see this. So once again, I got to always check my feet are closed. Bend the knees, tailbone, ankles, ribs. I'm going to put one hand on top. My other hand is on top. And let me just show you for this one where I'm doing. There's lots of different ways to do this with the hand. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bend my fingers in a knuckle so I can feel my knuckles. And with this other hand, I'm going to push. So you're, yeah, that's good. Push on over. Nice. Now, shift your weight into that leg. Beautiful. Now, you can see how my shoulders are straight to the side. So up, start to roll down. Now, well, here's what's going to happen. This top shoulder is going to want to lift. You want to keep it there. Keep straight. Keep straight. Just go to wherever you can. You all look great. Hold there. Now, I want you to take this back hand thumb and intertwine it around the hand, the thumb of the arm that's around your breast. That's it. Now look down. Beautiful. And look back, keeping your weight on that inside. With that back thumb, the elbow that's bent, pull the other arm straight back as much as you can. There you go. Hey, Renee, nice work. Now start to come up. Think shoulders straight. And you're not lifting from them. You're still keeping those shoulders straight as you come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And once you're all the way up, I want you to hold right there. Good, Renee. Bend your knees a little more, thigh bones out. Stretch up. Good. Now take the back hand with the bent elbow, and now I want you to, sorry, other arm. So it's this back arm. Sorry, this is just, it doesn't really matter. Come all the way up, Jan. All the way up, all the way up. Grabbing on, curling under, pulling twice to the other side. That back elbow has to come up so you don't get hurt. Good work. And come back on over. Yes, you guys, that looked terrific. Kick it out. We'll go to the other side because that's a lot. How did that feel? Different, right? Kind of different. Like you're not sure even. Like, did I do that right or not? You did. Okay, you did it right. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to the other side. I'm just going to turn. Feet are in, bending knees, tailbone, ribs, shift, thigh bones, hand at the knuckle, fingertip to the knuckle. Come on over. Once again, one side will feel different than the other, by the way. Shift your weight into that leg. Thinking, shoulders straight. Good. And start to think, shoulders straight as you come down. Thigh bones out. See, even there, I had to really pull. Now I'm going to intertwine my thumbs. I just got a big heat rush. And I'm going to see if I can straighten that front one up. Good, Carla, right there. That hip is going out. Come up with your upper body higher. Lift up. Shift your weight. Thank you. Thigh bones out. Pull the shoulder back, but your hip forward. You're there. Nice. Good, Janice. But right here, honey, I want you to think knees out and drop your head. Good. You guys look terrific, Kath. You just kicked that hip out. Bring it back over. Yes, keep coming. Keep coming. Pulling it back. Good, girls. All right, nice, Renee. Come on up. Up. Up, thigh bones out, thigh bones out, thigh bones out. Come all the way on up to here. Now, when you come up, do not whip across. Do not whip across. I want you all the way up, standing tall. I want you to press the thick ribs up. Then you can go ahead and grab onto the little finger so that you can come on over, pull that back elbow up. That back elbow up and come on to the front. Shake your arms out. Wonderful. So there's lots of different ways to do that move. I'm going to show you another one. Just watch me for a second and we can do it. I'll show you the differences. But the principle is exactly the same, okay? So you're here whichever way. You're going to come over, shift the weight. You know how she goes boom, boom, boom? See how my shoulders are still straight? And then hip forward, and I'm still in that inside leg. I haven't shifted. And then boom, hip forward, boom, and boom. Exactly the same as what we just did. The only reason that I like the other way is because we just don't get this. It's so easy to go boom, boom, boom. Do you see the difference in where my shoulders are? It's not the same. Now, will you feel a stretch here? Yes. So you're going to think you're doing it right. But I can feel this twinge in my back right here. So it's not. So the whole idea, okay, with having this is that you're doing a squeegee like this on your spine with your muscles. So if you're not in that straight alignment, if you're like this, can you see how you're not really squeegeeing in the correct position, okay? And you can, tweak something because we all have lots of muscle imbalance to begin with. So a really good way to really get this down is to do it yourself in a mirror, in a full-length mirror if you have one, okay? So that you come on over, you shift, and you go, okay. I've even had people go, okay, you're like this, just drop the arms. Start to roll, 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 keeping the shoulders straight, okay? And then come up, up, up. Now, this is really helpful for women who are very large-breasted because let's face it, you're over like this, you're coming down, you're trying to get that arm, right, around the breast, and then you're like, you can't go past here, okay? And but you're doing it right, but that's hard. So that's why even just this, the whole idea is this, you're still going to feel it. Now, when you come up, though, here's the other thing to pay attention to. Two things. One, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to drop, Shoulders are straight. My hand is behind this knee as much as I can just to keep those shoulders there. And I'm rolling up. Now, I'm rolling up from my transverse abs. As opposed to, watch this, I'm down. As opposed to lifting from your shoulders, exactly, okay? It's not, you're not lifting yourself up with your shoulders, okay? You're using your transverse abs, and that's hard, right? So that's what you want to think about. Also, regardless of what way you're coming, you're going to hear me go, come all the way up, stop at the top. Because if, here's again, we're like all the way up. We're like, yeah, we're all the way up. We're halfway. And then we whip across. Ooh, not good on your back. So you want to come all the way up, hold. Think ribs up before you whip yourself across to the other side and release, okay? Now, what we've been doing in class that a lot of us are really liking is we're using what we call a balloon. So in other words, pretending like you have a balloon in your arms, okay, same thing. You're going to bend, tuck, ribs up, and even here I want you to think ribs up. So that wide elbow is going to help you engage to your lats. So now you're going to come all the way over. But see how my shoulders are still straight? Good. I'm going to shift my weight into that leg, same thing. And I'm going to start to roll all the way down, just like I would, but with my elbows wide there, I can really engage my lats, and I don't have to worry about my terribly small breasts here. Good. Good, Carla. Keep bringing your arms down, honey. You're doing great. Keep bringing them all the way down. But think wide elbows. With your elbows, just think like you're pulling them almost in front of you. Nice. Hold there. Roll up. Roll up. Now, constantly keeping the idea of the straight shoulder. And bring that balloon straight on up and to the center. And then you can balloon to the other side. Let's try it while you're there because I'm watching you guys. Shift your weight. And all down. So again, you still think squaring shoulders, good, and then come all the way back up. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. It just will give you, and then back to the center. Good work, and drop those shoulders and give me some up and downs and some kicks. So it's just another way to see how you can get those shoulders straight with the roll down and the up. When you go wide, you're able to activate some lats, right? And you don't have to worry about that. So those are just some really nice kind of clues and tips on how to do T-tap twist. And good stuff. Thanks, girls.